Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry, and as we get into tonight's video newsletter, as noted in the caption for it, I really don't think our political affiliations matter. If we are a shareholder of Tesla, most of us are unified in looking at approving Elon's upcoming pay package. I think that is a big part of what is currently holding the stock in this little bit of a sideways pattern. You can look at it sideways off of the candles themselves, or you can look at it and note the sideways compression of it as seen through the daily squeeze. Now, when I do these video newsletters, I am almost always focused on the squeeze being the foundation of my setup, simply because it's one of the best technical indicators that I have ever studied. Now, this one was kind of a long one and maybe not the best one to focus on, but look at the squeeze that you had right here. Right, when the compression, as seen through those red dots, finally moves over into these green dots, that shows you the potential of a directional move, and that's an amazing move, especially if you're trading it through options. So think about how that signal here has played out, and then think about the compression that we're seeing here. So the shareholder meeting is due for Thursday. It's going to be after the cash markets close, kind of right at that. And I think that's part of what should make the stock a little bit sideways tomorrow. But I feel like coming out into the end of the year, and maybe you could even do the November monthlies, but structuring a butterfly where if you're down a little bit tomorrow, you could get a discount on that fly. So I think that is still an actionable trade idea. And, we'll see what the results of that end up being. Again, we will definitely know that by Friday. And that's something that you may want to have on your watch list for tomorrow. Now, the other thing that I wanted you to take a look at here is Ethereum. I feel like a lot of Tesla traders, and maybe I am just speaking for myself, but if you're interested in that type of technology, a lot of those traders are also interested in the crypto markets. Now, Ethereum has been selling off for, the better part of a couple of months now, but I think we are finally at a spot to be watching for a bid. This is part of the Voodoo line study set. This is one of my other favorite technical indicators. And you can see how we flushed down into that level there at 32.86. And if you'd like to take a screenshot or just write this down, however you find it, I think that this low will be important. And if it does start to close above the high of that low bar, essentially above the 3,666, you start closing above here, well then I'm going to be looking to target up here into 5,200. So whether you play it through an ETF, whether you play it through the cryptocurrency itself, or even in the futures, right? You have micros and minis, but these are all ways that I think you can be looking at a high probability, kind of low risk entry. That is alignment there with that fire line. And then we also have a unique confluence to the anchor that comes back here from April. So those of you that are students of the anchored VWAP, I think will probably find this helpful. You can see how if we go back to that anchor from April, right? So that's the swing low that I'm using, and look at the bid you found here. You can also, from that anchor point, you have a handoff, essentially where then, if you're using the anchor to this point, look at how I gave you a bid right there. So I'm not going to tell you that for sure it's going to hold forever, but if we're seeing how these levels tend to provide low risk entries between that fire line, between this anchor, I think that is our current decision in Ethereum, and those are two spots where I believe you'll have active opportunity in the weeks ahead. So I hope you found the video helpful. You guys have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you over on Simpler Trading for a more in-depth review of tonight's markets.
Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.